Join me on the sofa with Esther as we continue to celebrate International Women's Month with Carrie Brown, Queen of Las Vegas, entertainment capital of the world, nation's ambassador, and USA public figure, who will be talking about the work she does around anti-bullying and her upcoming anti-bullying awards. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. Welcome to On the Sofa with yours truly, Esther Austin. Well, today with me, I have somebody who's very, very special and dear to my heart. We met, she says, about 7 years ago, and it's just been this wonderful connection, this wonderful, authentic connection between us. And I really value everything that I've learned from Carrie Brown and just how we vibe. So welcome, Carrie Brown. And you can tell your title in a minute because I always get it tongue-tied.
Well, good morning, and good afternoon, and hello, and good evening to everybody. Yes, the title is very big, but yes, my name now is Elder Queen Carrie Brown of Las Vegas, entertainment capital of the world, nation's ambassador, USA. Very long, but it was a lot of work getting all that branded in, Esther. So it was years. It didn't happen overnight, trust me.
Yes.
Yeah, happy to be here now because it represents a lot. You're welcome.
Thank you. Well, today I wanted to touch on, what you're doing now, Carrie, because you're doing quite a few things, especially you're coming up in September. You've got your anti-bullying awards ceremony, but also in between that, I wanted to capture some time with you as we sort of come into International Women's Month and Mother's Month, even though it's different in the States. But just wanted to capture from a female perspective, what you're doing. Why do you do what you do? What drives you? And what is your passion and purpose, Carrie? Over to you.
Well, really, my first love is ministry. Ministry means the world to me because it's so vast. It touched the lives of others, not just the lives of our own. So yes, ministry, putting out scriptures to people, letting them know that I'm available. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it just touched on so many different things because God has brought me so many different ways. I'm glad about that today because through my experiences and the things that I've gone through can inspire other people. You can make it through it. We don't have to stay there. We learn, we grow from them. Absolutely. So ministry is my first love because without ministry, we can't do anything else. So God is first, absolutely, before I can even start my day. And then I answer all my mail because I don't want to drop any balls, Esther.
Yes.
That means I want to see, does anybody need my assistance? Does anybody need my help? Even if it's in bullying. And the reason why I love bullying so much, it touches on everything. Yeah. Family, employment, relationships, friendships. It's just so many different things, politics, the government. ins and outs of everything that we're dealing with in our lives today. So that's one of the reasons why I thank God today, because if I had not been bullied, may sound crazy to people, but I didn't understand what bullying was. And then for people to tell you, oh, well, girl, you know, they just jealous. I didn't even understand what jealousy was like, because I've never been jealous of people. I let people be people and whatever they want to do, how they want to look, how they want to dress. And unfortunately, I mean, it's hard to say, and even how they want to live. I make the choice of how I want to be as a human being. But now bullying let me know, you come into my space, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to fight you back because I'm bothering you. And these are some of the things, you know, even in the judicial system too, that I learned through bullying. When my space is violated, now, you know, I have to take extra measures, that my life has now been threatened.
Yeah.
We don't know why. Those are questions we will never, ever know from people, look, who have issues that have not really identified. You know what? I'm really jealous of her glasses. Well, let me just go buy my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to bully a person out of their glasses. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you know what I'm realizing, Carrie? It's funny because I was talking to another female about something earlier, and there's a saying that hurt people, and sometimes they're not even aware of why they are doing what they're doing, but they're operating from that place of pain. And oftentimes that backlash is against someone who has no idea what that is about. And that's why the work you're doing is so important, because it's raising awareness of noticing the signs. And even for a bully themselves, through your work, I'm sure they might think, oh, I recognize that as me, as being the bully. Because until people are called out, sometimes they don't realize or recognize this is how they are behaving. And so that's why the work you're doing is so invaluable, because you're raising awareness because of your own experiences, but also because of your connection and your love to God and your ministry. You know, I believe God has really brought you through, brought you around, and brought you into the awareness of that's why you do what you do now.
Absolutely, because it became an eye opener. My eyes were so open to whoa, this is really bigger than what people are saying the word. You know, bullying. Nah, when you pull that cover off, it was like a monster to me. So I decided to sit down, because Carrie loves to study. I love to research. Why is this the way it is? And it has a root cause which stemmed from mobbing way back long before we came forth. But mobbing was a form that was being used, look, as a weapon to kill people, and nobody knew why they died. Mob them out of their money, mob them out of their families, and it took from innocent people, and it took even their lives to be able to recognize it's a form, but it can be a form of like a silent weapon you don't even see coming at you, because it comes in sneaky. It comes in a way that you really can't detect until your senses or your psyche goes on and says, whoa, wait a minute, what is this? Because now you're put in an uncompromising position of something that now your eyes are open to say, what is this? And that's what I found myself in, to discover I was literally being bullied, look, by people I thought liked me. You know, you hire me, but you're bullying me. And I you know, I'm to a place now, it's my life, it's my story. I gotta tell the truth. I was in it so deep that when it was exposed to me, now I'm afraid how I'm going to get out of here with my whole life, because I was being threatened right in the company I was working for. And I'm like, whoa, this is really deep. I found myself now in some deep stuff. And then too, the people that they were and the things that I then later found out were not, were very capable of, that other people, that when I tried to explain what I was literally going through because of the name, because of the prestige, the fame, the fortune, it was so hard for people to believe Carrie was not lying. My savvy in who I am, being a former director of HR, started writing my own incident reports and taking my own evidence while it was being done to me in that employment, okay? So that when I took it to court, there was no way that nobody could dispute that girl was not lying. She was really telling the truth. That's really what saved my life, because now I had to get protection. And so, information is, yes, go ahead.
And so the work that you do now stems from that experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And now you have a yearly anti-bullying awards. Can you share a little bit more about that? Because you've just shared about your journey. It must have been incredibly traumatic and stressful, but like,
absolutely. I mean, you talk about traumatized, nightmares. I couldn't even sleep at night. I ended up with insomnia. It was just so many things that stemmed from it. I had to be guarded. I was heavily guarded by bodyguard security. These people literally had a hit to kill me. I mean, I just could not believe. And then all at the same time in my head saying, what in the world did I do? Well, the outcome of that was an email came to me unawares. I didn't even know I had it, but it was about awards. So there was some very heavy information that was exposed. I took it to the police, and it made it known to me that if in fact I was found engaging or involved in any such behavior, that meant a federal crime of prison. That's why I fought so hard. So I didn't go to prison for something I didn't even know. And that's how the award show birthed out of me.
Give me one chance, I promise I will. Give me one chance, oh baby, be still. Give me one chance, I promise I will. I'ma show you off tonight. Give me one chance, I promise I will. Give me one chance, oh baby, be still. Give me one chance, I promise I will. I'ma show you off tonight. You got the body of a goddess. I know your father is the proudest. Major. You know you're probably the hottest, the flyest angel outside of heaven. And you work it because you got it. I want it. Baby girl, go ahead and flaunt it. They want it. And they want it. Why? You sugar-coated diamond, you flaws. But they can't have it cause I got it. You can have everything. Money, cars, diamond rings. Do your thing. Just show it off.
Did what I had to do, included it in my evidence. And today we have the 7th annual anti-bullying award show that we are going to do it the right way. It doesn't matter what walks of life, the kind of work, your color or your skin, none of that, is going to interfere with the work that I now do all over the nation. I give awards out all over the nation, all over the world, for people who rightfully are so deserving of such honors, such awards. Really.
And are these people who have been bullied themselves or people who have made a stand for something? How do you identify who you give your awards to, Carrie?
Well, let me tell you what I love about my anti-bullying award show. When God gave me that, of course, we're going to incorporate the lives that was bullied or died from it or whatever the case may be. But I was so blessed to give an award maybe a few years back to someone that was a bully. And, you know, when they came to receive the award, I wanted to hear the story. And I was so proud of the person saying, I've been redeemed. God redeemed me. You know, because now they too, because of my anti-bullying, was brought into an awareness of them being a bully. So I told them my platform helps it all. The bullies and the people who do bully. So we are for everybody. And don't be ashamed if you used to bully. I had to even ask myself, God, have I bullied anybody? We got to be real with this stuff.
Yeah.
But it sure makes us feel good to know that we've made change in our lives that can inspire other people. That's why when God, you know, Esther, I really got to say this. This is on my heart to say. When I first did my first trial sermon, oh my God, that's been over 40 some odd years ago. And I'm standing in the pulpit and I'm like, Lord, why you got me telling these people my business? And you know, God said, because your business is my business. And if I tell you to tell it, you gotta share it. That's so key to us healing.
Yeah.
That is so key to us being transparent and real.
Absolutely.
And I love it. I love it because that's bringing things out of the rough of identifying who we really want to be as a person, as a people, to change the lives of others. So what I do today is about making change is a tagline for the Anti-Bullying Award Show. And you too, you're going to be honored. You're one of our honorees this year.
I know. I was trying to keep that quiet because I just wanted this to be about you and the work you do. But thank you for that. Yes, I'm being honored in September this year. So I will be in Vegas joining you. But you know what we got to do, Brits? I keep saying to people when I come to the States, I've got to
absolutely. Absolutely.
And Carrie, what were some of the things that you learned about yourself on this journey? What was the awareness about Carrie as you went through and came through?
The awareness was about, I remember, first of all, being a fighter. I come from a fighting family. I have a brother who's a Hall of Fame boxer trainer. He was a boxing champion himself. And his career is just extensive. But I remember my mom telling my father when he was taking the boys in the yard to teach them how to box, because my dad was a boxer in the United States Army. And she said, while you're taking them boys out there, you take my daughter out there too and teach her how to fight. You know, because she was tired of her kids always running home, you know, and afraid that we were going to get hurt. But Carrie was a fighter. I wasn't a bully because I have people today thanking me still for defending and fighting for their lives too, when other people weren't too kind to them. And so God took that fight in me and turned it around to fight through my platforms. I have many platforms today outside of my ministerial platform. I'm a ordained minister. I'm an elder. I'm an ordained reverend. And I just love the work. I love seeing lives change and the growth. I came from the East Coast Empire. They're empires today because I am the first royal regal crowned queen that brought the nations under one empire. And that was God's nation under all into a unity status that we're now growing towards to understand we must be unified. Because you know, we got to stand as that one unit, as that corporate whole of a group of people, because now not only, you know, I'm one, I don't like pulling the race card, you know, to look at me. I have to tell people sometimes I'm not all of a Black girl. I probably could be more of a Native American girl because my father was an Indian. He was a full-fledged Native American. My mom, part white, Spanish, a little bit of Black. So what do you call me, a Mexi melt? but we had 2 boxes back in the day when I went to school. So when I looked at the color of my skin, I checked the box, black. But I'm here for all mankind. Humanity now is at stake.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
we can see, you got black on black crime, white on white crime, you know, whoever's out there on crime on each other. That stuff got to stop.
Mm.
It has to stop because now they're murdering the blood of Jesus Christ.
Mm.
And that was a sacrificial blood that was covered for all mankind, is what I teach about. So I have a strength today, my voice. I had to grow tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be afraid anymore, you know, whether seen or not seen, behind the rear, because I was one of those people. Long as Carrie was in the booth in the back in the corner of the dark, we was good. But every time I turned around, God was just taking me up front. I'm like, what was I doing there? But I had to be about the work now. So I had to learn to grow into the work, you know, that God called me to do. I don't step in any other people's lanes, because now my lanes is real big. You know,
Yes.
I partnered in the UK. I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Libya. I'm in countries, Esther, I can't even pronounce, but they love the work that I do. They want me to come to their countries, and I'm going to go. I'm coming to the UK because I partnered in the anti-bullying. And now they want us over there in the northern side of England that, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, London, England, but there's many parts of England. So I'm getting ready to work on that with another gentleman, and I'm going to shout him out, Christopher Livermore, who is in London, England. And he's a big time film producer, and he's a friend of mine. And I endorse his anti-bullying efforts in the UK so we could bring more awareness there too. Excellent. So I grew, absolutely, we grew a lot.
Excellent, excellent. And in winding down, Carrie, can you leave us with a quote or a verse that you just want to leave with everyone, to share with anyone as they go through their journey in life? What is it that you can say that would inspire them further?
Philippians 4:13. All things are possible with God. All things. The good, the not so good, the bad, the indifference. All things are possible to make change, if that's really what you want to see for our great nation. We can be about a great nation if we find within ourselves, not no one else, that we all have room to change. I work on that daily for myself, even when I leave my home. God, let me be a little bit more sweeter. Let me be a little bit more kinder to people, because we don't know where they're coming from, but all things are possible with God. Brilliant.
And this has been really inspiring. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you in September in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be a celebration as well. It'll be a celebration and a coming
together. It's going to be big. It's really going to be
things.
Big. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I cannot disclose the location now. And I do want to shout out real quick the honors this year for Treasure.
Oh, yes.
We also do the Royal Court here in Las Vegas, and that's a leadership platform. When I became the nation's ambassador, you know, that I had the wonderful privilege of bringing out to the nation our leaders, the ones who are really about a good work. And I'm excited because Treasure and Dreamstone will be receiving for the first time in our nation's history the nation's honors. Isn't that awesome?
And just quickly say who Treasure is for those who don't know who he is.
Oh, I hate to just drop this little dime, but he's also one of my cousins, and I love him dearly. His name is Mark B. Brown, and he is a very big entertainer here in our Las Vegas community, but he travels all over the world too. He works very hard at what he does. He just lights up the stages here in Las Vegas for us to dance. hear that good old school music, and he does today's music too. But he is a fabulous entertainer, and I'm really excited about what he's done because he loves God. He has integrity. He takes care of his family, and he loves people. And he brings in crowds from all over the nation to his platform right here in Las Vegas. And we love him for that. Yes.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, that's a really nice honor to you, Treasure, and hoping to meet you as well when I come to the States. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking to the wonderful Carrie Brown about her journey with bullying and, you know, where she is now. And if there's something that you feel passionate about, it could be an experience, it could be something that you see in others. And if it's on your heart to do something about it, put one step in front of the other and just keep walking in faith. And if it's for you, if it's for what you've got to do, the doors will open to make it happen. You know, you don't need to be snatching from somebody to make what is for you is for you. So, Carrie, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Looking forward to
Thank you for having me, Esther.
A real pleasure. A real pleasure. Thanks for sharing.
Always.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Frames worn by Esther Austin on the show today are sponsored by Run It First.